Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed to my channel so far. I really appreciate it. As I said, I wanted to do something that I enjoy doing and just something like a little hobby for myself, because I don't really do anything now that I enjoy, just me, without anyone else. Since having a baby and with Jake's job, it's hard for me to do a lot because I'm a stay-at-home mom at the moment. So I just said I'd give it a go, see how it goes, but bear with me because I am a bit nervous and I do look a mess because it's 600 degrees outside in Atlanta and I'm sweating buckets, to be honest. So the first video I'm going to make is one about moving to the USA. Well, I haven't moved, but we'll talk about that later. Moving to the USA, how it came about, struggles along the way, and I do have little notes I want to look at because I'll just ramble. So let's get started. So how it came about was me and Jake were sitting there having dinner one night and his friend texted me saying that his agent was saying there was interest for Jake in the MLS, and we were like, whatever, didn't believe it, thought it was fake. Jake said things like this happen all the time in football, you know, you get people saying, oh, there's an offer here and there, and the transfer window wasn't open and all things like that, so we just didn't really think anything of it, to be honest. And then Jake was asking people he knew in the MLS like how it is and all, just to find out, but we weren't really taking it serious, to be honest. And he just signed a new contract with Heart, so it wasn't something we were, you know, like, we're going. It was just like a bit up in the air. Hand movements, what am I like? And a couple of weeks later, think about in December, Jake's agent came back and said, look, there's interest in MLS, how would you feel about it? And it turned out to be Atlanta United. At the start, I don't know, we were a bit like, I don't know, just signed a new contract, settled here, we had our friends, I had a car, he had a car, I was happy there, I was, you know, finally settled, had my best friends. So it was a bit like, are we going to just get up and do this again? Or, you know, it was a tough one because we had Ella, and you know, like, now you have to think about not only Jake's career, obviously what's good for his career, but we have to think about Ella, and we have to think about skills, and we have to think about good area, and we have to think about, you know, bringing her right and not dragging her everywhere. And but on the other hand, it is a great opportunity for her to stay. Look, I lived in America, I'm a bit Scottish, I'm a bit Irish, I'm a bit, so then things started to get a bit, you know, move along a bit quicker with the whole contract thing. And I went home to visit Ireland, visit my family and friends with Ella, and Jake was in Edinburgh, and you know, it was getting more serious then, and there was offers, like, you know, they were giving offers and talking about contracts and all that type of stuff that you do with football, and there was good offers coming back. So Jake was like, look, I'm not gonna obviously bring you halfway across the world if it's not better money and no better years and stuff like that, because that's important too, because you know, we want to be thinking about now setting Ella up for college, setting her up for a car when she's older, like, you know, all that sort of stuff is important to us right now. It's not about us anymore, it's about little Elle, even though she's 24 months old, it's all about her. So that was all, you know, taken into account. And Jake was like, oh, I don't know, like, we were making little like lists, pros and cons and stuff like that, and it was coming out that it was a good opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity. You know, a lot of footballers retire here and, you know, finish off their careers here, and Jake does want to do that. But I was saying to him, look, what if that doesn't come around again? Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, you're not going to get this again. And my fear was that he would come here, God forbid, not play, or, you know, like, not settle in well and not enjoy his football here, and then be stuck here and then not be able to get back to England and Scotland, because I feel like when you're in England and Scotland, I feel like it's easier to move around clubs. I don't know if it is, but like, you know, we're a lot closer to home. If anything went wrong here, it's a lot different. So that was my main concern, and the other main concern obviously was Ella. Yeah, so it was tough. There was a lot of little arguments and things to just figure out what was best, but whatever's best for Jake's career, we will always support. So yeah, so then I was at home and it came back that things were getting serious. The contract hadn't been signed, but it was getting more serious. And Jake started, you know, like, get things moving, like, in Edinburgh, like, in terms of, like, cancelling bills and trying to sell our cars and all that sort of stuff. And he was very stressed, bless him. So I was home soon, so I was like, look, I'll give you a hand, just leave it and we'll sort it together. So I came back to Edinburgh. Did he tell me when I was in Ireland? I don't know if he told me when he was in Ireland that he had signed. I don't think he had signed. So I came back to Edinburgh with Jake's mum, and things were moving quicker. So I started to pack up the house, obviously, and just throw some stuff out and all that sort of thing, and pack up Ella's room, which was extremely hard to say the least. Just like throwing out stuff that people had bought her, and you know, like, I had to be brutal because we physically could not bring everything home. There was no way, like, it just was not happening. She had so much stuff, we had stuff, Kenzo, like, it was just not happening. I had to be brutal and I had to throw stuff out, but I didn't actually throw out. I found a charity that gives clothes to young mums who haven't got a lot of money, and I did it that way. But I did get a good bit of stuff home, and I gave a good bit of stuff, like, to my friend Bex. Her brother was having a baby, and they were very good to me my whole time in Edinburgh, so I feel like, you know, as much as I could give them that they wanted, I would give them, because she was having a little girl too. Well, he was, and his partner. So I did that. It was tough. I did cry a bit doing that, to be honest, and I did find it really hard. So then Jake's mum went home, and my auntie came over, and things started to get serious. Then contracts were getting signed, contracts were getting printed, everything was happening, faxed and all that shit. And I think now we were just getting all our little bits tied up. I was packing my stuff, packing Jake's stuff, getting everything packed up, ringing up doctors, ringing up bills, you know, all that sort of thing when you have to move. Ella was obviously main priority, so we were just making sure we had our vaccines and, you know, like all our health records and stuff. And then he found out, so I think he signed the, so actually, rewind, he was driving home, so I think it was, say, a Saturday, I was packing everything up, or maybe a Sunday, and he was driving home to Dublin on the Tuesday to bring our stuff back in the car that we couldn't bring on the plane, you know, like furniture, like, you know, little bits like that. And that was grand. And then I was flying home to Dublin on Thursday with my auntie for good, with Ella, never looking back. And he signed the contract on the Sunday with Atlanta United, and they said to him they wanted him over on the Wednesday. 3 days later, I was like, what? Is he for real? Like, what is going on? Like, we thought he's gonna have 2 weeks at home, and, you know, we would settle, and, you know, like, he gets to say goodbye to his family. Like, he hadn't seen his family in months. Well, he had, but, you know, like, distant family, cousins and friends and stuff like that he hadn't seen, and I was a bit like, oh. So I was packing up all your stuff, like packing up all my clothes, which I did find hard also. Like, I know it's material things, but the noise outside is ridiculous. It is material things, but it was hard to, I'm trying to make sure I'm staying on track. Yeah, it was very hard to just pack up our life, you know, like Ella was born there, I had an attachment to Edinburgh, I had my friends, I had everything there, and I just had to leave it in a matter of days. So I think we had about a week's notice that 100% knew I was leaving. So that was tough, but it had to be done. You know, you have to do these things in life. It's gonna make me stronger, because I'm quite weak-minded. So leaving Edinburgh was probably one of the toughest things I've had to do. Like, leaving Dublin was hard, but leaving Edinburgh and knowing I'm going to USA was tougher. So that was that. So everything was getting packed. Jake's stuff was getting packed, and Jake, as I said, was driving home to Dublin on the Tuesday. And I packed his case, and I had all my stuff packed, and everything went into the car. Kenzo, obviously our baby, he went into the car and he went home with Jake to Dublin before me, and my auntie was with me. But it was still hard packing up a house, you know, with a baby. Like, even having my auntie to help, like, it was tough. It was, you know, it was very stressful, like having to sell my car, like, and then having to sell Jake's car, and then they wouldn't take Jake's car back, and there was a big rigmarole with Jake's car, and I was crying on the phone to Mercedes, like, please, I can't deal with the stress. You know, like, it's a lot on, it wasn't on me on my own, but in a way I wanted to take that stress off Jake, because I was like, look, I don't want him getting stressed out. Like, he's got, you know, he's going to America on Wednesday, it's a big deal, and I wanted to take all the stress off me, and I feel like maybe I took too much, and I got a bit overwhelmed. Like, I was doing so much, and I was, you know, looking after Ella, and it was just hard. And knowing he was leaving, like, I wasn't in a good spirit, knowing that Jake was leaving, and to be honest, like, I didn't know when I was going to see him again. Like, I wasn't, you know, like, so it was tough. But he drove home to Dublin on the Tuesday. He left at about 6 o'clock in the morning. He he got to Dublin, literally got to drop stuff off at his mum's house, didn't even get to sit down and have dinner with her. Even though he was coming to America next day, you know, like it's tough. And he drove straight back to us, and he didn't get home till I think about 1 in the morning, and then he had to leave for the airport for America the next morning at about 6. So it was a bit overwhelming for him. I can imagine, like, he's really tough, Jake, but you know, it's a lot on anyone. To have to do that in such a short space of time and not get to even see his friends at home, or like, you know, spend time with his mum before he went to America, and not knowing next time he was going to see any of us. And I was so stressed that I was like being a big stress head, like annoying him. But he left then for America, and then the next day I had to actually bring Ella for our Jags the next day, which just, I hate that as well. So that was another negative thing. Like, I just hated that. It's horrible. Like, having your baby get Jags is the worst thing ever. And then the Thursday, I think it was the Thursday, I flew home. I'm probably my days mixed up, but I flew home anyway on a couple of days after Jake, to Dublin. So that was emotional, leaving Edinburgh, final goodbye, like to a place where my daughter was born, my best friends were, like, me and Bex, we refused to talk about it. Like, me and Bex were like, we're not going to talk about it. We sat there, like, you know, before I left, she came over and we sat there and we just didn't speak about it. And then when I left, obviously I was in hysterics, Bex was crying, you know. It was really, I think that was probably one of the hardest goodbyes I've had to do. I'm probably getting a bit emotional talking about it, but that was a hard goodbye. Like, Bex is like really close with Ella and stuff too, so it was hard. I don't think she'll ever forgive Jake for signing up for Atlanta. So yeah, it was hard coming to Dublin, you know, like moving back into my nanny's house and stuff. Like, I used to have my own space and things like that, and it was good in the way that I had so much support around me. Like, I had people constantly took after Ella if I wanted, you know, to do me, like, which I couldn't do in Edinburgh because, you know, I hadn't got family there. I had friends, but, you know, like, you want to do stuff with your friends, so you're obviously not gonna ask your friends to mind your baby when you want to go out with them. And especially with being so young, like, you know, you're nervous leaving her with people. So it was good to have family around. I had weekends, you know, to go out. I went out with big sister and, like, felt young again. I felt like Ellen for so long and not doing anything, but it was good. Being in Dublin was good. It was good for me. I feel I needed that to prepare me, you know, for such a big move. So then I didn't see Jake for 5 weeks, I think it was, and he didn't see his daughter for 5 weeks, so that was hard for him and it was hard for us, and it was emotional. Like, I just wanted my family back together. I just wanted us all back together, and, you know, just, it was tough. But he did get home then to start a visa, and then after that I was told I could follow him over. So I found out then that I actually could not move to America, hence the title is going to be Coming to America, not moving, because I'm not moved here. I cannot move because I'm not married to Jake, so I can't go on his visa because I'm not married to him. Ella can't, but I can't. So I'm here as a tourist, so what I'm going to have to do every 3 months is come back and forward with Ella, or 6 months, but I don't know how that visa works. I need to look into it. So that's going to be hard, because if I go home, I'm due home in May. If I go back here in June, I'm due home in October, and Jake will miss Ella's 4th birthday. If I don't do that and I come back in July, Jake's still not going to see Ella for like 5 weeks. You know, it's horrible, really. I really don't like it. And it's amazing. It's such an amazing opportunity here, and it's a beautiful city. I love it. But a lot has been sacrificed for this move, and it is tough. Like, I do find myself kind of upset about, you know, like, things like that. I'm just like, oh, I sometimes I just sit and I'm like, I wish Jake had a normal job. I wish he just had a trade, or I wish we lived at home, we had our own house. Like, I went into work, Jake worked, Ella was in the crash or whatever, and we came home to our house with family. I went to see my family, he went to see his, we both went to see each other's families. Ella was around our family, which is tough. Us taking her away from our family is not a very nice thing to do, and that was hard for me. Like, he was saying goodbye to Ella, I found really hard, and it is unfair. But we do need to think about what's best for her future, and right now this is best for her future. It will set her up, you know, like for college and things like that, the important things in life that she will need in the future. So, you know, you just have to grin and bear it and get on with it. But it does, you know, like, I feel like I keep it together so much, and then sometimes I just break down because it gets a bit overwhelming. Not just this move, like just this life in general. It's tough. But yeah, So obviously packed all my stuff up and prepared for coming to Atlanta. And the flight was tough, obviously with a 4-month-old baby on a 15-hour journey. You know, it's hard to keep her occupied. There's not a lot of room. I had to stop off in Amsterdam, drag everything from like our bag, our blanket, her, the weight of her, like make our bottles on the go, like get on to the next flight. It was hard, and I thought he lost our pram and all. I was having mental breakdowns in Amsterdam airport, and I said he thought I was like in no case. But when I got onto the flight to Atlanta, it was 10 hours, and it was tough to keep her occupied. Like I couldn't even have a wee in peace, you know. I had to have her on my lap when I was having a wee. I had to pull my trousers up with one hand, pull it down with one hand. Like there wasn't a lot of room, you know, in the seats to do a lot. So that was hard. And obviously then when we got to Atlanta, we were buzzing, but we were jet lagged to bits. And Ella was severely jet lagged for about 2 weeks. And then we were sleeping on a mattress on the floor. Like we had no furniture in the house because I refused to let Jake buy it before he came over, because I was just like, imagine he bought like horrible sofa, horrible bed, and I'd be crying and all because I'm just a freak. And so I wanted to buy it all together. So I was, you know, Jake then went away with football, and I was obviously with Ella alone. She was so jet lagged and teed, and I was so jet lagged. Like, and I didn't get an opportunity to get over the jet lag because like Jake couldn't be here. He had to go away and play a game, and like I had to do it on my own when he left. You know, when he was here, he was supporting me, but you know, there's only so much Jake can do. He has training. He needs to be awake. He can't be up at 5 in the morning, like, you know, sitting with a screaming baby. He needs to be ready for training, and he needs to be ready for his games, because like this is a cutthroat sport. You know, like if you're not performing, you're not going to play, and then what? So you know, he needs to be on the ball, and he needs to focus on his job, and Ella is my job. You know, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I need to be doing what I need to do as well, like, and I need to support Jake and make sure he's doing well too at the same time. Even though he does help me a lot, to be fair to him, but I just worry, I just need him to get his sleep, like, and all that. People are out like rallying dirt bikes and all, this place is mad. So Jake went away obviously for 2 days, and it was really hard. I cried a lot. I just couldn't bear it. Like I missed them and all that sort of thing. And I needed him here with Ella to help me. And Ella was a bit sicky, you know, like she was jet lagged and her teeth, and she was snuffly, and she was getting sick, and she was a bit constipated because we had to change her food and stuff like that. Because you don't sell afternoon here. I don't know. So that was hard. And then I had no car, I had no family, I had no friends. I'm in a city that I've never been in before, and I was a bit like, oh, what am I after doing? And that was hard. That was hard 2 days, because I was just a bit like, oh, like is this gonna be regular? You know, like what if I never make friends? I have made a friend, thankful. What if I never make friends? Like what if I'm just sitting in this house? You know, I get really anxious about going out in places that I don't know, and my phone hadn't got service at the time, so I was like, if I get lost out in Atlanta wilderness, like I don't know what I'm gonna do, you know, like I don't know anyone here. So that was hard. And then Jake went away then another time. So I'm only here 3 weeks, and Jake's been away twice. Look at him, he's in Mexico and all. Then he went to Mexico for like 4 days, 5 days, so that was a really long time to be on your own with a baby. He was still really jet lagged and, you know, sicky, and I'm knackered, like walking around, like I'm walking around like a zombie. I don't even think I've had a good night's sleep since I had Ella, to be honest with you. You know, like it just doesn't happen. Say goodbye to your sleep if you have a baby, because it's gone. It's a thing of the past. So then we had a problem with Kenzo. So we shipped Kenzo over with Pets on Jets, I think it's called. They're really good, I can't thank them enough. And everything was in my name because I set it up. And Kenzo got here, and there was a big problem because my name was on it, and I'm only a tourist here. They weren't going to give us Kenzo. So obviously I was up the wall. I was stressed in my head, couldn't stop crying because I was so worried about Kenzo not coming to us. And you know, being like, he's my baby, and he's Jake's baby, and he's our first baby, so he's really soft and all. And I was just like, oh, he's gonna think we gave him away. Like I couldn't stop looking at pictures of him. I was just like a weirdo, you know. I really was worried sick about him, to be honest. I had a little, you know, little bowls ready for him, and I just kept looking at them thinking, oh, like what if I don't see him again? Like I knew I would, but that was really hard. That was one of the hardest things I've experienced since getting here, like that worry. But we did get him in the end. The man who shipped him for us got in contact with someone here, and then they got in contact with someone, and we had to hire a broker, and then they had to change the name, and we did get him. But he arrived here on the Tuesday, we didn't get him until the Friday, and when we got him, I was so happy. I cried. Like it was just a really happy moment. I was like, Jake, I'm never giving him to him again. obviously I am, he's a little shit, but yeah, that was horrible. There has been a lot. That's what I was thinking to myself, like, I show a lot of my happy, you know, positive things on Instagram, and I'm not gonna put pictures of me up, you know, on Instagram of me crying, like, you know, having my meltdowns, like when Ella's, you know, not being great and I'm just not feeling great and I just want to pull my hair out, and I do have them days, like I have days where I sit and I cry and I pull my hair out and I just like, please stop, like I want a minute to myself to breathe, like, which you don't get a lot when you have a baby, and especially when you're so far away from home. But there's good days, there's obviously good days, but I just want to be honest and, you know, real with everyone. And you know, I do have really bad days, like really bad days, but it comes with it, you know, like seeing the stadium Jake's played in, you know, being in such a beautiful city, like the weather's amazing, like the people are great, so friendly, the food, the Jamaican food here is unbelievable. Me and Jake have it every night. It is really good, and I'm really thankful and blessed and grateful to be here and for Jake to be here. But like, people do need to realise that a lot of sacrifices has went into this move. Like, I've sacrificed a lot, Jake has sacrificed so much. Like, you know, it's not just, oh, it's football, like this is a great life. Like, I feel like unless you're at the top teams in England and stuff, like working to get to the top level, a lot is sacrificed, and a lot happens in the background that people don't see, and people judge and misjudge, and you know, look at this like it's this great thing, it's a great lifestyle and it's glamorous, and look at the hack of me, like seriously. Like, I don't know how my hair needs dyed, eyebrows, don't even know what's going on with them things, me tan is patchy, like I'm far from glamorous, I'm from Crumlin, you know, like I'm as common as the water, like, you know, we're just normal people sacrificing a lot to hopefully one day, you know, have a like a great career for Jake. And I've sacrificed obviously my career because I can't really do what I want to do until Jake retires, because I thought we were going to be in Edinburgh for 4 years. Jake just signed a contract and now we're in Atlanta, where I can't go to college because I'm a tourist. Seriously. So yeah, and then there's the worry, I also have to worry of, you know, if customs don't let me into America again, they're like, you're back and forward a lot, like we're not letting you back in, and then I'm not allowed back for 3 years, like what happens then? You know, like it's a lot of unknown, but it's worth it, it is worth it, and I'm really happy for Jake, and I'm really grateful he had this opportunity to play at such a like big club and in front of such amazing fans. Like the fans are just so positive and friendly and nice, like it's just really nice, and I feel like he deserves it. You know, anyone who knows Jake knows the person he is, and he really does deserve this. He's got heart of gold, and we're very lucky to have him and have him looking after us. And I'm very lucky that I get to be a stay-at-home mom to Ella and spend all the precious times with her that I do get to spend with her. But I just want people to know as well that they're, you know, I do have my bad days, and I am human, and you know, like I break down and I get anxious, and like I have really bad days, and I've had to leave my family behind in Dublin for a couple of months, and that was tough, and my friends, and I had to leave my friends in Edinburgh like Jake did too. So it's been hard, but it has been worth it. And yeah, so that's my big long story. I'm sorry it's so long. I really don't know how to edit at the moment, and I don't know what I'm doing, if I'm being completely honest. So I hope people actually sit and listen to this, and if you have, thank you very much. If there's any other things that people would be interested to hear, like if there's anything you want to know about me or anything, please let me know, because I would like to keep doing them and try hopefully to do them a bit better and figure out, like, you know, have like words coming in and all that stuff, and music in the background, and me not talking shit for so long. But I would like to keep doing them, so please let me know, and thank you again for subscribing, and see you so soon.